Hi guys, it's Nika and I'm back with even more original characters. Yes, I have a lot of them, and one day when this is going to end, I will be like, actually, hold up, I have a few more. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying these, even if you might use it as a background noise for when you're doing some chores. It's fine, it's fine. I mean, I enjoy it. That's the main thing. If you also enjoy it, that's an added bonus for me, I guess. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's stop rambling because I have a lot to talk about today. So, a few weeks ago, I introduced you to Stella and Lucian, and today I would like to show you their significant others. Elara and Josie. Elara is an alien from a faraway galaxy. She came to the solar system, or should I say solar system, with her ship to study the planet Venus. This wasn't her first big mission outside her home galaxy, but the first one she was piloting. And she was a great, skilled pilot. Her friends would say she could fly through anything without a single scratch. And as she was approaching the inner planets, her ship caught an emergency call. Elara decided to help. There was a young alien girl stuck inside with all the controls going crazy. She was unconscious when Elara got there, and shortly after she rescued her, the malfunctioning ship exploded. The girl recovered quickly and introduced herself as Stella Vator. This was her first individual mission. She said she had lost contact with the space station and panicked when everything started going wrong. She explained she's from Earth, and Elara was curious about that because she's heard so much of it, and she really hoped that her next mission would lead her there. Stella told her all about it and all about herself, how she'd been born to a vampire father after the 6M aliens had abducted him, how she looks like a human when she's on Earth and has nothing from her father's vampire side. And once she's in space, she prefers to go full alien. And Elara found that especially interesting. She's heard of aliens who could genetically disguise themselves among other species, but she never met them. She can't actually do that. I mean, she can in the sense, but we're gonna pretend that she doesn't have a disguise. She only has her purple alien form. Anyway, Elara dropped Stella back to her space station, and Stella invited her to hang out on Earth. And once she was at home, Stella didn't tell anyone about her accident in space, as it would only freak out everyone, especially her father, so bad. And Caleb actually found out much later, actually on the same day he found that Stella was dating someone. Basically, it was one of the first things he learned. He heard from Elara, like she was like, "Hey, my name's Elara. I saved your daughter from life-threatening danger." You know, that's the first thing you want to hear from your daughter's girlfriend, right? Anyway, Elara's date with Stella went very well, and eventually Elara transferred to Earth to be with Stella more. But then her people's mission in the solar system came to a close, and it was time to leave. Elara had to make a difficult decision to leave Earth forever, because the journey across time and space was long and complicated, or say goodbye to her friends and never see her home planet and family again. Take Stella with her, away from her whole life, forever, or stay here and become part of Stella's family. She didn't want to say goodbye to anyone, but eventually she chose the latter and proposed to Stella. Instead of preparing for the journey home, Elara started preparing for her wedding, and the two actually lived happily ever after, of course, because it's a Sims legacy, right? So what can you expect? Well, Well, I'm hoping to make some spicy legacies where they don't live happily ever after, but Elara and Stella, they did live happily ever after. I don't know why I went there. Don't worry about them, they are fine. And they had one child together, and I'm looking at my notes. I have 2 question marks here because for the life of me, when I was putting this together, I could not remember the child's name, and I still forgot to check it. Something is telling me the child's name is Clarissa or Clary or something like that, but I might be wrong. And I don't feel like checking right now, but this child isn't really all that important, not gonna lie. At least not now. So yeah, let's move on. And I really, really hope I still have enough time for Josie. But knowing me, I don't. And at the time of preparing the script, I have no way of checking how long everything is. Well, Josie's story until she got with Lucian isn't all that interesting anyway. She was just a girl who wanted to become an indie artist, and Lucian joined her in that dream. But it all changed one day when Josie inherited a house in Glimmerbrook from her old aunt. She barely even remembered her, but her aunt wanted her to have it. Finally, the summer after high school, Josie packed her stuff and went there with Lucian. When she first saw the gate to the magic realm, she wanted to check it out for its beauty. But when they got closer, there was something else that was really luring her in. And she stepped into the portal and Lucian followed her. Josie had always loved the supernatural, but only in fiction. She didn't actually believe in it. She didn't think it really exists. She didn't even know her boyfriend was an alien, raised by a vampire dad, and his, for the most part, ghost husband. Do I want to go off topic and explain why Ross was a ghost for a little bit? No, I don't. Actually, let's go on about Josie. Now that she saw that magic is real, she wanted to learn all about it, and with the help of Morgan, she was able to become a witch, a spellcaster. Lucian chose the same thing as her, of course. They were kind of like doing everything together. And if one made a decision, the other would make the same decision, sort of like that. But I know that sounds kind of unhealthy, but they were keeping it in like a healthy range, I guess. I don't know. It's all good, guys. Don't worry about them. So yeah, Lucian chose to become a spellcaster as well, but it was a bit different with him. Because first he had to give up his alien side, which after a quick spell, aka me just clicking a bunch of things in MC Command Center, nothing stopped him from becoming a spellcaster as well. While Lucian got more skilled in potion making and the untamed magic, Josie focused on learning spells, occult history, and practical magic. They became the perfect duo. They were getting really good at magic, as if they were born with it, which of course Lucian wasn't. And Josie, she didn't know. She didn't learn until much later, but she actually came from a strong magic bloodline that was thought to be dead. Anyway, I think that's basically all for her. I don't think I'm forgetting anything important. Of course, I could tell you some fun facts about her, but the basics of the storyline, I think I said it all. Josie and Lucian moved to Glimmerbrook permanently. Lucian proposed to her, and the next year, their first and only daughter, Selena, was born. And it was actually on the day Lucian brought his stepdad back to life, to his physical form. But I think I've talked about that already, which is also why I didn't want to go off topic about that earlier. And if you want to know what happened, go to my Tumblr and read the third generation of Why Not So Barry, you will know what happened to Ross and why he was a ghost and why Lucian brought him back to life. It was an accident, and it's kind of, for a long time, it was half of my internet personality. I just kept making fun of this accident. But yeah, speaking of Selena, Josie and Lucian's daughter, she was supposed to be such an interesting character. Bit of an overachiever, kind of power hungry, but unfortunately I never played out her safe. Because when I started it was very boring, and even though I knew it would get interesting later on, I just couldn't be bothered to keep playing it, so yeah. But maybe I could tell you about her in some other video like this? I think I will. Give me a few weeks and you will see Selena. But anyway, I think that would be all for today. Can you tell I was reading the entire thing? I think my reading voice, or like the intonation, I think it's very different from when I'm just coming up with the sentences on the spot. I actually wrote this script in the car when we were coming home from Italy, and I thought I would write a lot more in the car. I usually write a lot, or I used to do that. I used to be really creative in the car, and this year and last year and like recently, if I'm on a long car ride, I just end up staring out of the window and not doing much. This script was actually the only creative thing that I did. And the journey was quite long. It was in total, we were driving for 2 days, but it was in total maybe like around 12 hours or something. And I only wrote this short script, and I came up with a few things for my Wings alternate universe, which I'm doing with my main characters. But that's a story for another time, so yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye everyone. I almost forgot my outro again. I can't even blame that on being away for too long. I just never remember what I want to say, and I don't want to be just like, okay, it's all, bye everyone. But my life would be a lot easier if that was my outro. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye everyone.